On that note, welcome to our Africa Tech segment, which we have every Friday right here on Network Africa. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is reputation management? Well, it's the process of identifying what other people are saying or feeling about you or your business and taking steps to ensure that the general agreement is in line with your goals. Many people and organizations use various forms of social media to keep track of their reputation. You should know that failure to have an online reputation management system strategy in this digital age of ours could potentially destroy your business or your personal brand. In fact, it could also significantly limit your prospects in the job market. John Obidi, a social media expert, joins us now to discuss how we can run a self-audit and amplify our social media activities. John, thank you very much for joining us on our Africa Tech segment.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Now, how can regular individuals like myself run a self-audit online to ensure that our reputation, our reputations online are basically at its peak?
Yes, well, this is the year 2016, and nowadays when you go to apply for jobs or go for contracts, or in order to be assessed as a valuable member of society, the first thing people do these days is to Google you. All right, so the number one way to enhance your reputation in 2016 is to ensure that you are Googleable. And when your name is being entered into the Google search engine, what kind of results pop up? That will be the way to keep a first impression. All right, so the first thing you need to do is to keep on feeding the internet by creating articles as a professional that position you as an authority in that field.
Now, how easy is it to effectively manage one's online reputation?
Well, it is pretty easy. The number one way is to take control of your online reputation by having a personal website. Now, a personal website is the home of your brand, whether you are an entrepreneur or whether you have paid employment. The first thing people get to see is your website. So it's the number one recommendation to have your name registered, first name, last name.com. Even if you don't intend to go blogging, we have what we call one-pagers, a one-page bio website that just states what you do, what your competencies are, and how you can be reached. So that's the number one way of having your reputation managed online. Other ways include being active on social media, like LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. But putting out positive content out there ensures that your chances are highest when seeking for opportunities in this global space.
Now, John, how crucial is a domain name when it comes to managing one's reputation online?
Oh, I tell you, a domain name is very, very crucial. And for those of you who follow the United States Republican primaries, you know that some of the opponents there are Jeb Bush and Donald Trump. Now, if you go to your web browser and type in jebbush.com, it redirects you to Donald Trump for president. All right. Now, that is a very embarrassing thing to happen for a politician, but that goes to show you how everybody should take control. You don't wait till things like this happen. Whether or not you've decided what you want to do with your life or your personal brand yet, register your name and own it. And then consult a professional and seek ways that you can begin to put your content out there. The easiest way today is blogging. Create your domain name, install a WordPress blog, and begin to put out quality content in your industry, whether you work for a company or for yourself.
Now, I'll ask you more about that, but according to a report from New York Times that we saw earlier on, negative internet review might not necessarily damage the reputation of a business, but it could also help it thrive because it gives the company a higher position in the rank of Google search results. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, if it gives you someone a higher search ranking in Google, that is negative publicity. Now, if you rank high for negative feedback, I don't see how that helps your brand. What people have to be doing is to take control. You don't always have to wait for negative reviews. Begin to put out positive content and begin to educate the general public about what it is that you do. Give out free content, and Google rewards you by putting you higher in the search engine results.
But what about cases of, second chances? For instance, if I've done something wrong and that's basically earned me some, reviews online. When you Google my name, you might see some of the bad things that I might have done. I'm not saying I did anything, but I'm just saying in the event, hypothetically speaking, how can I, get a second chance if I want to redeem my image? What do I do?
Yes, no, we get this all the time. People, when they were less serious in life, were putting out all kinds of content. And then you got to a point in life where you want to start being serious and being known for something, and you want to erase all that. Well, you cannot really realistically erase all that. What you can do is to start aggressively promoting your positive content. And a quick way of doing that is to becoming a guest contributor on many of these third-party websites. There are many blogs that are blogging in your niche, or generally that are looking for content. Volunteer to be a guest blogger, because the more times your name is mentioned in these articles, the higher your name will come up, and the negative content will begin to be suppressed in the search rankings until it's all gone. But in the meantime, people have to concentrate more on putting out positive sentiments to drown the negative ones.
Well, John, besides, volunteering and, and contributing, like you said, is there something else that could be done?
Well, if it was through a blog, you could reach out to the blog owners to take down such content. But the thing is that
is that done for free?
Well, it is tacky. It's not really straightforward. It's just an issue of relationships, right?
Okay.
So, but that's why we just advise you to go the route of pushing positive content to drown the negative ones. And if you are a part of a site like LinkedIn, LinkedIn really rewards you in the Google search rankings. So you can also get really active on LinkedIn, and that will really help your brand.
Well, John, thank you so much for educating us regarding
Nigerian
online reputation. We appreciate your time. Thank you very much. And on that note, here's our question of the day. We're asking, what do you think of President Mugabe's decision to refrain from picking a successor? That's based on a release this morning. He will be 99 if he wins and completes the next term and his last under a new constitution. He also told a local television that he wanted to live to 100, saying that he's still very fit and still does exercise daily and does not want to pick a successor. Feel free to send us your feedback either via email or Twitter. The address and handles are right there on your screen. Thank you so much for watching Network Africa on Channels Television. I'm Cynthia Are.